Yeah. So we're starting in a child's pose, getting ourselves situated. Yeah, knees go wide, big toes come together. Arms can be forward, they could be back, they could be on your head. I mean, anything works here. Just make a connection to yourself. You gave yourself this time this morning, so good for you. If you do nothing else but just be here and breathe, that is considered a yoga practice. Mission accomplished. Your yoga practice looks and feels many different ways. So don't put it in a box. It's just, it is what it is. At any point during this morning's practice, you need to take a break. Please do so. You know, that's not normally my thing. Yeah. Okay. You're going to press up onto all fours into a tabletop position. You'll sink your spine down and look forward. You can do this with the tops of the feet down or the toes curled, either which way. You'll exhale the breath and round and look in. All right. We're going to inhale, sink the spine down and look forward. We're going to exhale, round the spine deeply and look in. Just like that. Perfect. Inhale, sinking the spine down and looking forward. Just connection. Exhale, rounding and looking in. One more. We'll inhale, sink the spine down and look forward. We'll exhale, round and look in. Great. We'll come to a flat back tabletop position. We'll curl the toes into the mat and lift the hips to a dog. So we need to make room. Any of these rows, we could just pick one because they're all relatively even. So maybe our middle row, if they could, 2, 4, 5. Yep. Make a little room for me. That would be fabulous. Welcome. Hi. Good to see you. Make a nice little spot for you. Good. Down dog. Take up a lot of space this morning on your mat. Yeah. Perfecto. Good. Shoulders move away from your ears, which is an interesting concept for a lot of us when we're in down dog. So little bend in your elbows. Yep, so your outer triceps begin to wrap in. And then there's space. You create space for your head, your neck, your jaw, everything that just drop. Perfect. Then look at your feet. Your feet are about hips width, roughly. And you can have as much or a little bend as you need behind your knees. Yeah, some days you come to the mat, you feel really tight to the backside of your body. Some days you're loosey-goosey. Good. Oh my God, there's yawning. There's all sorts of stuff happening in here. Yeah. So let's roll forward to plank. First one from dog to plank is sometimes a little funky. So if you need to walk it out, remind yourself that you want your shoulders directly over elbows, elbows over wrists. And a good suggestion is to feel like you're leading with your chest. Yes, but when you lead with your chest, just be mindful that you're not jutting your head, your neck forward. Your neck is neutral, it's part of your spine. So a good little dristy spot is the front of your mat. And then you want to feel the power of your hands, you want to feel the power of your toes, and then you want to feel the power of your core. As you kind of hug everything in. It's like a big cozy sweatshirt. You're zipping yourself up here for your practice. You can always modify with the knees down, not a problem at all. Another big breath in. Good. Lengthen the tailbone. Hips go up and back, down dog. Breathe your right leg up and back, 3-legged down dog. Yeah. When you lift from your inner thigh, so you're not flinging it. If you're in the back row, just be mindful of that little shelf, that golden shelf. Yep. Point your right toes, come forward, hug your right knee towards your navel. Give it a good little squeeze. Look forward with your eyes and step your right foot forward and through. Drop your back knee down. Grab your block, guys. You're going to step your right foot onto the block. It's going to look like this. Yep. Good. When you do this exercise, your back left thigh is on an angle. If the kneecap is jamming into the mat, it's super uncomfortable. Keep your hands down for a moment. Perfect. If you got a big foot, it's going to hang off. You got a small little foot, it's going to fit nice. Yeah. Perfect. Integrate your back left leg. Now you're in a low lunge with your front foot on the block. If it doesn't feel right, you may need to walk your right foot a little bit over to the right. Just keep your fingertips down. Yep. Walk your hands to the top of your thigh. Let your shoulders drop down your back. Good. Integrate your legs and hold here. That's all right. Begin to walk your hands further up your thigh and then grow your arms up towards the sky. Feel. It's okay. You could always do it with the back knee down, okay? 3 more breaths. Yep, if the stance is too long, it's hard. Yep, tighten up a little bit. Hands to frame your front foot. Pause. Drop your left knee. Turn your left foot over to the left, so it's going to go on an angle. We're going to go into a modified side plank. So the left leg wings out to the left, and the right leg opens up, modified side plank. Yeah. The best way I know to get out of it. Then lift your right leg up so it's hip height. Perfect. And then if you want, you could bend your right leg in half and continue the kind of the action of that psoas. So if the hand and the foot don't make a marriage, you can't reach for that. Just stay basic. Perfect. And I'll just remind you that the left hand is a smidgen in front of your shoulders. Hear your breath, but more importantly, feel your breath, because everyone's breaths are different. Release the arm and the leg. Hand and knee come to the floor. You're in a tabletop. Curl the toes into the mat, lift the hips up and back, down dog. Okay, come forward to plank. Aren't you excited? Halfway for a push-up, drop your knees if you need support. Revisit plank. This is joyous. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Okay, breathe your left leg up and back, 3-legged down dog. Lift with intention and purpose. Don't just flip it in the air, right? Point your left toes. Come forward, hug your left knee and give it a good little squeeze. Look forward, step your left foot forward. So step it forward first, drop the back knee down, then grab the block, and then step the left foot onto the block. Yeah. So do it first with the knee down, because some of us need to keep the knee down. It's just not going to happen. The fingertips skim the floor. You want to feel that your foot and your knee are tracking. Your back leg is on an angle. Then if you have the availability to lift the knee up off the ground. So Liz, walk the left foot a little bit towards Kristen. She's over to the left. Yeah. So we want hips width distance. Kristen, I think the stance is a tiny bit too long. Scooch that back foot in and it'll be less aggressive. Perfect. Walk your hands onto the front of your thigh and pause. I don't want you just to pop up. It's very graceful. Take it easy. Take it easy. Slow and steady. Slow. The cork walk is better. Let's switch you. Trust me. Walk the hands up and then extend the arms up. Daniel's already there. Zoe's already there. She's like, I'm going right for this. Yeah. So this is the front line of the body. And generally speaking, we get stuck. It's like glue. Right. Even if you need to pitch your torso a little bit forward, if it's too aggressive, you need to soften your back knee. That's fine. Even if you need to drop your back knee, that's fine. I need you just to feel the foot pressing into the block, feel the power of the back leg, and then feel your breath kind of flowing. Hands to frame your front foot. Drop the right knee, wing the leg out to the right, and then right palm goes flat and you step open into this modified side plank. It's a good little transition. The right hand is a smidgen in front of the right shoulder. The left leg lifts hip height. Perfect. If you want to bind that left leg, that's totally up to you. If you can get hold of the foot, the ankle, the toe, create the shape, that works. The kick goes behind you though, so you could really get that front line to continuously open. You're not holding your breath. You're breathing, you're filling the breath, the space of your body with the breath. Release, hand and knee come to the floor. Tabletop position, walk your hands just a smidgen forward, curl the toes into the mat. Let's lift the hips, down dog. Just move the block to the front, right? Roll forward to plank. You'll lower to your push-up. Maybe you want to modify the knees down. Shoulders never drop below your elbows. That's it. Less is more. You'll peel yourself through an up dog, which for a lot of us is going to feel pretty good after doing that. If it doesn't, baby cobra or take it out. Hips go up and back, down dog. Exhale the breath out. Good. Look to the top of the mat. Walk your feet there this morning, even if you're feeling really pumped up. Long spine. If your hands don't make it to the floor, I recommend hands to blocks or hands to shins. Create some space. Exhale, fold into yourself. Let it go. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Sometimes you get a little dizzy. Some people like that. I don't know. Drag your hands to prayer. Drop your arms. Good. Arms go straight up towards the sky. We're just going to move and breathe together. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Let your head go. Come to the fingertips to prepare. You'll step to plank, just 2 big steps back. When you arrive in plank position, lower halfway to your push-up, whatever works for you this morning. The up dog is smooth. Maybe you choose baby cobra. Maybe it's not for you this morning. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Arms are active. Look where you want to go. You can step, you can float. Get there light to the top of the mat. Long spine. Fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Again, arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to set it up. Step, step, or float. The up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. Step, step, float, get there light. Now we're just moving and breathing. Long spine. Fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare. You can step, step. I'll just remind you, if you're going to float, you have to land in a low push-up. Yeah, it's really methodical. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Each one gets better. If it's not, just give yourself a little pep talk. Arms are straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float. Light, top of mat. Long spine. Weight forward. Exhale, fold. You got it. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. One more. Arms go straight up. Dive in half over bent knees. Forward fold. Long spine to prepare. Step or float through your vinyasa. Nice, Pam. Up dog. Press even through your hands to the tops of the feet. Hips go up and back, down dog. Breathe your right leg up and back, 3-legged down dog. Come forward, hug your right knee in. Step the right foot forward and through. Come to your fingertips. Grip your right hip in, activate your back left leg. Rise, high lunge, it's gonna feel easy. Yeah, same modifications. You can drop your back knee, you can soften your back knee, you can pitch your torso a tad forward. Sometimes all those things help you out. Drop your arms alongside your body. Interlace your hands behind your back. Yeah, eyes of the shoulders start to lift and hands start to drive, kind of drag themselves down the back of that left thigh. So when you do this, you're just making sure you're not dropping your neck all the way back. Your neck stays long. Great. Sweep your arms out and up towards the sky. Just kind of remove the energy. Hands to frame your front foot, step to a plank. Hold plank or hold push-up, you pick. Plank position if you're not there. Hips go up and back, down dog. Breathe your left leg up and back, 3-legged down dog. Lift from your inner thigh. Point your left toes and come forward. Hug your left knee and give it a good little squeeze. Look forward with your eyes and land your left foot all the way forward and through. So kind of pin the feet in, integrate your legs, the power, grip your left hip in, and then rise, high lunge. So it's like a smooth entrance into it. Any little micro adjustments that you need to make, you start to pay attention. Yeah. Drop your arms alongside your body. If you could remember how you gripped your hands, I mean, most of us don't. Opposite thumb, opposite baby finger. It feels a little more awkward. Then when you lift up into this little back bend, just reminding you, you're not dropping your neck back. Your neck stays long. The side of your neck is long. Your hands just start to drop subtly. It's a subtle movement. Yeah, down the back of that thigh. So there's a squeezing of the shoulder blades, just beginning to open up the power of that chest. Good, Liz. Steer your right ribs forward, everybody. Perfect. Good adjustment. Arm sweep out and up. Just kind of move your energy. Nice. Hands to frame your front foot, plank position. Halfway to a push-up. This time you can drag yourself to an up dog or cobra. Pick what feels best in your body. Press even. Hips go up and back, down dog. Without any thinking, just step your right foot forward, turn your back foot on a sharp angle, and rise first warrior. Good. The outer blade of your back left foot presses pretty actively into the ground. Bring your arms forward, just your arms, not your torso. Wrap your left arm underneath your right arm, eagle the arms. Yeah, rather than yanking down, lift them up. If this doesn't work for you this morning, you just give yourself a little bear hug, okay? Inhale, lift the eyes of the shoulders. Exhale, you'll come forward into a version of humble warrior with bound eagle arms. So you could just rest your elbows on the top of your thigh. You can get your right shoulder to come to the instep of the right leg. Either which way, the left side of your body is steering forward. Your hips aren't opening. Your right hip is gripping in. The head is either neutral or just dropping down a little. Kick up the breath. Anchor through your feet, start to rise your torso. As the torso comes up, unravel the arms and let them come to a prayer over the top of the head. So they kind of create this arrow. Yeah. And then the hands come down to frame the front foot and you move through your vinyasa. Some of us just step to a dog and you're cool with that, right? Up dog is smooth. Listen to what your body needs. It's a very hard thing to do, but really important. The left foot steps forward. The back foot turns. You just land and rise, first warrior. I just want you to feel the basic of the pose, just how basic it can be. Yeah. So the body's set up, the arms just need to come forward, straight forward. The torso stays straight up and down. Now it's the right arm that wraps underneath the left arm. If you think you mixed it up, there's a very easy solution. Just do the opposite. Right. Inhale the breath, lift the eyes of the shoulders. Exhale, you come forward into your version. Right. It could just be a little bit. You can go all the way if you're feeling really like snuggly. Grip your left hip in though, looks good, Rima, and keep steering the right side of your body forward. So when I get into this pose, I focus a lot on my back leg. I think about quadricep engaging, hamstring activating. Right. And then the breath kind of kicks it up a notch. Strong through your legs as you bring your torso up. Just come up nice and slow. Unravel your arms and let the hands kind of create that arrow. The arms go up into a prayer. There you go. Kind of a hugging in of the whole body. And then the hands come down to frame the front foot. We find our vinyasa of choice. So that for you may be modifying in any which way. That's good, Jen. Perfect, everyone. Hips go up and back, down dog. Okay, yeah, just let all that jazz go. None of it really matters. Arms are active. Look where you want to go. You're going to step, float, skip, crawl. I don't know how you're feeling. Maybe the crawling is suiting you. Long spine. Fold. You'll find your first chair pose, and it's up to you. Do you want to keep your feet a little separated or together? Yeah. Arms can be in any which way that work for your shoulders, for your neck, for your back. Shoot up to stand up. Create some energy for yourself. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. We're going to loop it all together. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Heavy in your heels. Let's find chair together. Dive over, bent knees forward, fold, let your head go. Long spine sets you up. You'll step, you'll float, you'll skip. You'll find your way back. Adding or subtracting push-ups, adding or subtracting back bends. When you get to your dog, the right foot lands, the back foot turns. We come up together in our first warrior. And then we bring it to the floor through our vinyasa. If I'm moving a little quicker for you, you just find what works. When you get to your down dog, the left foot steps. Jen, step your right foot because you stepped your left first time. There you go. And then we bring it back down through our vinyasa. The up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Palms spread, index fingers are forward or a little bit turned out. Look where you want to go. Step or float, top of mat. Get there light. Long spine, fold, chair pose. Everyone's got like ready for summer. Everyone's doing something different in here. Yeah. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. I mean, like, good luck getting our kids through the next month of school if they're still in school. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Sit heavy in your heels for chair pose. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to set it up. Step or float through a vinyasa. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right foot forward, back foot turns, rise, warrior one. Take it to the floor, vinyasa. Up dog, good. Hips go up and back, down dog. Left foot forward, back foot turns, rise. To the floor we go, chaturanga push-up. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Be in your down dog here. We're gonna do one more. So when you do this next one, I want you to make it effortless. Don't think so much. Just let the poses and the shape and the breath kind of move, okay? Arms are straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float, top of mat. Long spine, fold. Just find chair. Don't think so much. Just chair. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. From the top, nice and easy. Arms go straight up. Chair pose. Let the shoulders drop down the back. Perfect. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Space to create long spine, step or float through your vinyasa. The up dog is really smooth, no jerky motions. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right foot lands, back foot turns, nice and easy. Warrior one, looks great. That's making all the difference. Chaturanga push up, to the floor we go. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Just land your left foot forward, anchor your back foot, and let's rise. Chaturanga push up, to the floor we go. The up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. You're gonna be fine. So yeah, let's step the right foot smack in between the hands and let's turn the back foot on a sharp angle. And from the ground up, let's find a very basic triangle. Yeah, and if this doesn't work for you, I always want you to know when you find triangle, sometimes it's better to come out of the pose and re-enter. I get it. Or from the ground up, you could use your block. Your hand could be resting on your shin. So a series of triangles in the body looks awesome. You doing okay? You don't hate me too much yet, right? Just a little, just a little. If you're a little more mobile like your mom, a little softening behind your knee, okay? That goes for all of us. That's perfect, Liz. Yes, side ribs long. You want to feel like you're leaning back a tad, but you're not going into your low back. Right, sometimes you feel like, you need to do something with that left arm. You can wrap it behind your back if you want. You don't have to. I'm just throwing it out there. Hand can also just go to hip. Either which way works great. You'll look down and you'll step right up into Ardha. We're going to do this nice and early today. Just step right up into Ardha, and whatever it looks and feels like, it is. What I need you to focus on is the effortlessness of the pose and keeping your right foot forward. Personally, I use my block. I put it about 6, 8, even 10 inches in front of me off to the right, just a snag. And then I like to come to my fingertips just to remind myself to get out of my right shoulder blade and really elongate the side body. If the hand is still bound, you can keep it or you can extend it. You can add in the bind with the top leg as well. That's called Shavasana, sugar cane. The kick goes behind you, just how you took the one before. And if you fall, it's just yoga. You come back again. It's a good place to fall down a little. Watch the right foot. Make sure it's not turning in. Some days it's great. Some days it's like you don't have any toes. Regular half moon if you added in the embellishments in. Soften behind the right knee. We're going to take a giant step back. Warrior two. Nice big step. Take a few steps maybe for some of us. Nice big step. Right foot is forward. Turn the right foot completely forward. Back left toes are on a strong angle. Roll the right thigh open. You're doing great. Just remind you, turn your left toes a little bit on an angle, and it's going to help your feet stay kind of grounded. And then lengthen your tailbone. Roll that right thigh open. Spread the collarbone in the chest. All right, let's do this, guys, just to kind of get out of our own way. Flip the palms towards the sky. You'll straighten your right leg on track and you'll move the energy. I want your arms to be very active, like you're carrying a block up, so the side ribs really engage. Press heavy through your feet, and then you'll bring it back down. Good. Try it again. You'll rise up, and then you'll bring it back down. One more time. You'll rise up, and then you'll bring it back down, and you'll settle. 5 breaths. You can turn your hands any which way that feel good for you. Let's reach out and slide our hand to the outside of the right foot now for that A variation of extended side angle. The same block that you used for the other poses can be very helpful. Place it to the outside of the right foot. Let's go right here. It's going to be easier. Yeah. And then the top left arm straight up or up and over your ear if you've got a little bit more like a movement through that shoulder blade. Yes. Outer blade of your left foot really hugs the floor and your left ribs turn. Your right ribs turn towards the ceiling. Good. And then where is the breath? Because a lot of times when we get to a posture like this, it's a little more challenging. We forget to focus on it. Grip your right hip in, turn your right ribs. You got 3 more. Stay with it. Look to the floor, circle the hands down, lean on that left palm and roll right into a Vashisthasana side plank. We did a modified version right when we started, so you can modify again and drop the knee. You can stack the feet up, you can stagger the feet, you could drop to your forearm. There's so many great ways to take this. I just need you to find one that you know you can hold and breathe with. Your 2 hips are stacked. That's why a lot of times with the knee down, it's actually a little bit more effective. Plank position slow. You were waiting for that. Chaturanga push-up, I could feel it. The up dog is smooth. Peel yourself through. Hips go up and back. Don't rush. Your yoga practice is like sacred. So this is the only time, like no one's bugging you except for me. Right, like enjoy it. Don't rush through it. Step the left foot smack in between your hands. Turn your back foot on a sharp angle. Find triangle from the ground up. I have the same issue. I rush through the practice. Just enjoy it. Right. Anywhere you want your hand, anywhere that feels good for you in your low back. You definitely want to feel like you're leaning back a little bit, but not in your lower back. I would take the block back a little more. Yeah, make it less aggressive. Perfect. A softening behind your left knee, just to remind you. If you feel like you want to do something with that right arm, totally up to you, just throwing it out there. The hand can go behind your back for a little bind. Yeah, there's kind of a steering of the chest open, so creating this nice little back bend. Perfect. Couple more breaths. You're in it. So your hand can stay like that or it can slide to your hip. You'll look down and you'll step up nice and seamlessly. Make less effort, less energy, half moon. Just giving the right amount of effort to it. The block set it up so it's enough forward and off to the left that you can find the strength and the length through the left side of the body. You want to be able to roll your right hip open and flex your right toes. Rip your left hip in. So focus on your left foot, your big toe and the outer part of that foot, and then the heel. You got it, Jode. You get as many chances as you need. So if you fall, you try again. Add in what you think is good for you today. Half bind, no bind, thinking about a bind. You can dream about it and it can happen 20 years from now. That's also fine. Be realistic with what your body is. Stay with it. When it gets a little gritty, focus on the breath. If you took a little bind, release into a regular Ardha, and then focus on that front leg and take a generous step back, warrior two. Sometimes you have to take 2 steps to get you into it. Look down though and make sure your feet are not all over the place. The left foot is forward. You got it. The right back toe is turned a little on an angle. Your knee tracks. Your upper body is nice and stacked. And you're breathing across your body. Wrap your right thigh open. Good. Flip the palms towards the sky. Inhale the breath. You'll straighten and energize. Good. I want you to fire up the sides of your body and then bring it back down. Good. Inhale, straighten. Bring it back down. Good. Pull it up. And then bring it back down and settle. Sometimes that's all you need, so you can stay in the pose. Right. Soften the shoulders down the back. Close your eyes. Go inward. I'm right here. Draw your lower belly in and lengthen your tailbone like you're sitting in a squat. Better. I know it's a funny action for you. It's okay. Couple more breaths. Reach out, slide your hand to the outside of your foot. Find your version of extended side angle. I forgot to mention that your arm could also rest on the top of the thigh as a great option if you're feeling like your hips need a little break. Yes. The block stacked up is great. The hands, the fingertips, you can kind of come up a little and get out of that shoulder blade. The right arm, check in, straight up, maybe where it's at, or up and forward. You want to make sure you're able to really breathe. So pick something that you can, stay in. Grip your left hip in, turn your left ribs towards the sky, anchor through your feet, and stay with it. Give it a couple more. With every exhale breath, you make room for the next one. Keep bending into that front thigh. No straight legs. Eyes to the floor. Right hand hits the ground. You transition right to your Vashisthasana side plank. Maybe that's popping the right knee down to the ground. Stack up the feet. You could stagger the feet. You got it. Flex your toes. You can add in a little bind. You can add a tree. Whatever you did on the other side, try and be consistent. Don't be so hard on yourself. You need to be somewhere. You're right here. Plank position. Chaturanga push-up. That was not a soft exit. Up dog. Yeah, that was like aggressive, like coming out. Downward facing dog. Exhale the breath out. You got this. We're doing awesome. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. Anywhere you want your arms, pitch your torso a little forward, anchor, and then root forward for warrior three. You're gonna, you lean forward, warrior three. I like my arms alongside my body. I just feel good there. But some people like hands in prayer. You can also have your fingertips on the blocks. Yeah, I would do that. What we're shooting for is the whole torso and the hips to be squared off towards the mat. So you don't want to roll open here. Eyes of the shoulder blades lift a little. Kristen looks great. Soften behind the right knee. Hands to prayer, pause. The left fingertips are going to come down. The right hand's just going to slide to the flat part of your back, okay? Set up for a twisting Ardha, but don't go so aggressive. Yeah. Perfect. Just right here. Palm and lower back. Yep, that's it. Lift from your inner thigh. Sometimes what's helpful is to point your toes. Yeah, you can point your back toes, the one that's lifted. That would be your left leg. Good. Hug your hips in. If the top arm can open, good for you. If not, don't worry about it. If you want to grab your foot and give it a little bindy action, I mean, that's something from the past for me, but kick up and back. It looks great. And if you try and you fail, opportunity to go again. Nice. Stay with it. 3 more breaths, guys. Right hand to the floor. Pause. Come to your fingertips. If the blocks are there, it's going to be helpful. Hug your left knee towards your navel. Jess, you know where I'm going. Soften behind the right knee. Slide your hands to your hips. Come up to stand. Left leg is lifted. A 90-degree angle is standing on your right leg. Yes, I know there's burning. Wrap your left thigh around your right thigh. Wrap your left arm under. Eagle. If the foot doesn't get all the way around, don't sweat it. Squeeze the arms and squeeze the legs. Bend your right leg, guys. You got to bend, 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 bend. I think Maggie Rogers was playing Red Rocks. I think I saw that. She's got a very soothing, healing voice. Stick your butt back, Rima. Release. Sweep your arms out and up. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Let it go. That was really nice. Long spine to prepare. That was going to get more intense. Step or float through your vinyasa. Just keep it moving at this point. The up dog, make the transition smooth, neat, clean. Hips go up and back, down dog. Get out of your own head. Step your left foot forward, warrior one. Warrior one. Settle. Arms anywhere you want them to be. Tip your torso a little forward. Launch off warrior three. You could use blocks. The blocks are a little forward, so your side ribs are long. It's like an up dog. So you want your shoulders a little higher than everything else. You want your hip points pointing down. Soften behind the standing left leg. Hands to prayer, pause. Right hand to the block. Most of you need a block, or to the floor. Left hand, place it to the flat part of your back. That's it. That's going to give you the info you need. Now you're going to lift from your inner right thigh. You're going to start to look sideways and look up. For a lot of us, this is it. This is our sweet spot. If you're able to extend the arm up, give it a go. If you need a little bit more power of that back leg, point your right toes. If you're going to bind, give it a little whirl there. If you took a bind, release it. Left hand to the floor, pause. Soften the left knee and then hug your right knee towards your navel. Slide your hands to your hips, come up to stand, arms up, leg lifted at a 90-degree angle. Just first stand on your left leg, get it together. Then bend your left leg a little so you can wrap your right thigh around and then wrap your right arm under. You'll eagle it up. Good. The trick is that the weight is in the standing left leg. You're squeezing your arms and you're squeezing your legs. Relax your neck, Jody. There you go. Unravel your arms and your legs, but keep your arms up, bring your feet together and just stand. It's like a powerful mountain pose with your arms up. Soften the shoulders down your back, draw the pit of the belly in. The arms are up, the feet are down, the legs are strong and straight, the tailbone is lengthening. Your breath is flowing. You're going to sit into chair pose, sit deep, chair. Slide your hands to prayer. Inhale your breath. Hook the elbow and twist towards me. Yeah, some of us don't need to twist so much to have an experience here. You could just take a little bit of an air twist. What we're looking for, though, is that the feet, the shins, and the knees all stay lined up. The tendency is the left knee likes to slide past the right. That generally comes from the hips. So just kind of make a note with yourself. Check in for those things. Keep the weight back, spine is long, and you're breathing. Chair pose, pull it around. I want you to stay active in your legs. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of sensations. Embrace it. Drag the hands to prayer. Inhale that breath. We'll hook and take it the other direction. Watch the right knee. It's okay. It's good to have good feelings. Like you're feeling things throughout the practice. If you didn't feel anything, there'd be no point in coming here. Just go sit in the hot tub for a half an hour. Right. You could do that too after this. Right. Maybe a cold shower is more along the lines. Watch the right knee. Sit a little deeper. Get in there. 2 more breaths. Chair pose, pull it around first. Good. And then exhale, fold over the legs. Let it go. Separate your feet hips width distance. Grab your big toes. If there's a special way you like to do this, this is like a forward fold, Paschimottanasana. You'll inhale the breath, long spine. You'll exhale, fold into yourself. Some of us like to grab behind the thighs, step on the feet, step on the hands. I like the old traditional way where you hook the big toes and you pull your elbows out. Yeah, let the head just detach from your body. Yeah. Good. Release. Plant the hands to the ground. You're going to come down and squat and separate your knees. Okay. Even if you don't have a crow practice, because believe it or not, you can go into squat like Zoe's doing. Right. So believe it or not, I have a hard time still for my knee, pressing my knee into the back of my arm. The sensation's funny. So this is what I'm doing to kind of prep. I just stay low and really just work on the alignment of it. Okay. So this is there for those that don't want to actually lift their feet. You can still do it. If not, you'll go squat pose, or full Bakasana crow. Yes. If you're in a squat, you want to really lengthen your tailbone, okay? And open your chest. Yes. Soften the shoulders down the back and breathe. So big toes down on the ground. That's awesome. Play around with it. That's it. Step or float vinyasa. If you can hop back, give it a go. Just don't hurt your toe. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward, crescent lunge. Woohoo! All right, we got it together, my friends. Drag your hands to prayer, lean forward, hook the elbow, and let's twist. If your legs feel saucy, which means you can't feel them, okay? Drop your back knee down and give yourself a break. There's a little lean back action here, so you want the crown of the head to line up with your back left heel. Switch legs for me, hon. Your right leg is forward, and then you're in business. You're high in the ball of the back foot, or your knee is down. You're here, you're breathing, you've landed, you're arriving, you're twisting, you're sweating, you're alive. 2 more. Good. Release both hands to the ground. Drop your back knee down at an angle. So you've kind of prepped the whole class to get right here. Grab your block, place it to the instep of the foot. Instep of the foot. Yeah. The left palm's going to go on that block. The left palm. And the right arm's going to peel back. You're going to start to twist. So here's the deal. If the back knee, the left knee, is kind of jamming into the mat, you need to slide it so it's more at an angle. There you go. So the right arm reaches back like you're reaching for something. This could be where you stop. This is awesome. You're still getting plenty. If you're able to kick the foot up and grab the foot, that's kind of the next stop. If you're super flexy and you want to drop down to your left forearm or kick the block out of the way, that's kind of the next step. If you want to roll to the outer blade of your right foot and get in there more, it works. We improvise here. Yeah. Learning to improvise is a wonderful tool in life. Yes. It shows up right here on our yoga mat. Give it 3 more breaths, guys. Breathe. This is called full pigeon pose, if you were wondering. Release the foot, straighten out the right leg, curl the left toes into the mat, step to a down dog. Just step to a down dog. Step the left foot forward, crescent lunge. Crescent lunge, rise. First come up, then do a little assessment. Drop your back knee if you feel like your legs are a little toasty. Drag the hands to prayer. Inhale the breath, lean out first, then hook the elbow and twist. How are we doing? It's almost done. You could like actually go back to sleep or something. I don't know, imagine that. Lean back, get the crown of the head to line up with that back heel, or drop your knee and cut yourself some slack this morning. It got very warm in here. It's gonna be like a 7 shower time of showers a day today. Yeah. You got it. Stay with it. Give it a little more breath. You want to hug your left hip in and focus on your right hip flexor, your right quadricep. Danielle looks awesome. Really good alignment. 2 more. Hands to frame your front foot. Pause. Drop the back knee down. Make sure it goes on an angle. Grab that block to help with the setup. Place it to the instep of that foot. Right palm down to start. Peel the left arm back. Check in here. It's good to check in and see like what the body is receiving, accepting, or resisting. And then you move on. If you're able to kick the foot up and grab the foot with your hand, that's awesome. If you need more on this side, drop down to your forearm, turn your left foot out, kick the block out of the way. Maybe you need less. Maybe you need to pop up more. That was great, Liz. Soften the shoulders. Release the foot. Take both hands to frame that front foot. Integrate the back knee. Step to a dog. In down dog, drop to your forearms for dolphin pose. Yeah. Dolphin pose. Yeah, you don't have to be in a forearm plank, just in a dolphin. So dolphin pose is essentially down dog on your forearm. So Jen, walk your feet in closer, lift your hips up higher. All right, guys, drop down to your knees for a second. Let me just show you something. To kind of give you an idea, when you go into forearm dolphin today, I want you to take the block in between your hands like this and then bring the forearms down and then try and lift. Yeah. Give that a whirl. If you really are resistant to it, of course, don't do it. I'm just throwing it out there. Try it again. Yeah. It could be in between your hands. It's kind of a guide because a lot of times what ends up happening is your elbows wing way out. Now walk your feet up. Now walk your feet up closer to you. That's it. Walk them closer. If you can get up, that's great. If it's not in the cards today, just stay here. Walk your feet in closer. You don't want your head on the ground. That's it. Sides of the triceps grip in. If you want to practice lifting one leg at a time, do it for a breath or two. And then you'll switch to the other one. You got it. Little baby hops. Child's pose. Child's pose. Down dog. Slide your right knee forward. Let's do half pigeon. Half pigeon. Yeah. You did full pigeon, but this is going to stretch a different area of your hip. So I want to give it to you. Yeah. Sorry. Let's crack these lights. They're annoying. So you made it. You made it to the floor. Once you know you're down. Let yourself drop into the pose. Come up nice and slow. We're gonna lean on our right side and swing our left leg around. Yeah, I wanna keep you close to the floor here. Make a little tree. We're gonna go into sail pose, okay? So right hand's gonna come behind you with the crease of the wrist facing the back of the mat. That's it. And then you're gonna lift up. It's like a cross between a back bend and a side plank, but it feels really good. Now, if your right arm, the left arm, excuse me, that's up, you can wrap it up and back, and that's gonna give you more along that. Yeah. Good. Exhale the breath, lower down. Swing that leg forward. Take your legs, bend behind your thighs. Good. Shoulders drop down the back, and then reach the arms up. Yeah. Hands could also go behind the head if that. Yeah. Lower halfway, Ardha Navasana. Yep. Neck stays long, lower back spreads across the mat. Boat pose, pull back up, Navasana. Cross the ankles, step, float, or crawl back. Now it's legitimately a good option to crawl back. The up dog is smooth. It's your last one, guys. Hips go up and back, down dog. You'll simply just slide your left knee forward for a half pigeon. Half pigeon. And then fold. Come up nice and slow. Lean onto the left side. Swing your right leg around. It's like a little baby tree with your legs. Yeah. The left hand behind you at the base of your spine. The right arm lifts up and back. If you can get your right foot to kind of plant down, that's going to give you more of a frontal stretch. Exhale, the breath start to lower. When you hit the floor, left knee forward, grab behind your thighs. One more sec, guys. You got this. Grab the sides of your thighs, lift the chest. I like the hands behind the head, but I'm crazy. I mean, I was running by myself in a pool this morning, so you can't go by me. So you can do whatever you want here. Lift through that upper collarbone and chest, though. Good. You're going to lower down to a low boat. If the hands are behind the head, that's super helpful because you're going to bicycle it out for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. You're not using your neck, you're using your core. Your hands are kind of just an accessory. Good. Keep moving for the last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay for another 20, 19, 18, 17, 16 is bikini season. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give your knees a squeeze and set up for one final back bend here that suits your body, your practice, your mind, your effort. That could be supported. You could go for a full Monty here, which would be flipping your palms if you're into that. Or you can slide a block underneath. Nice, Zoe. Feet are just a tad closer and you're in good shape. Yeah, if your back feels sensitive, block underneath. You just feel tired, support yourself. Exhale the breath lower down. Yeah. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give them a big squeeze. Yeah, if you're on a block, take your time. No rush. Reach for the outer blades of your feet. Let's find a happy baby. Just kind of pull and neutralize the low back to the ground. Yeah. Rock a little right, rock a little left. Hug your knees in, give them a big squeeze. And from here, just slide your body into comfort. Shavasana, complete rest. Anything that makes you feel good. Yeah, towel over your eyes. Take a big breath in. Exhale all the breath out. Big breath in. Full exhale, breath out. Arms up over the top of the head, full stretch. If you prefer to finish staying down, please do so. Hug your knees in towards your chest and big squeeze. And rock up any which way that suits you today. Sit up nice and tall. If you could resist opening your eyes, that's awesome. Just sit in this new body of yours. Fresh perspective, new start to the day. Lots of good energy. Hands to prayer. Bow your head, have some gratitude. Lift the head, open the eyes. Namaste. Go out there, have an awesome afternoon. Hydrate. We did get a little sweaty in here today. Humidity. Thank you, New Jersey, for the humidity. And I'll see you soon. Let me know if you have any questions. I am here Friday.
Thank you.
You're welcome, but lots of classes to pick from.